25-year-old Dana says, I went on a date with a guy once, and he for some reason couldn't look me in the eye. Maybe he thought I was a basilisk. 23-year-old Brooks says, I always look at how a guy is dressed before I even consider talking to him. If he doesn't care about his appearance, he probably doesn't care about maintaining most things in his life. 28-year-old Rachel says, I always seem to notice a guy's smile before anything else. He could have a terrible body, but if his smile is perfect, I'm totally in. 24-year-old Gina says, confidence. I think attractiveness is so linked to confidence. It makes so much of a difference. 29-year-old Suzanne says, if I'm talking to a guy for the first time, I always watch to see where his eyes go when an attractive girl walks by. If he can't keep his attention on me for 2 minutes, then imagine what it would be like if we actually dated. 23-year-old Carolyn says, his nails. My last boyfriend bit his nails until they bled. So gross. 28-year-old Nadine says, his skin in general. Not too ashamed to say that. I always think about what my future kids will look like, and I have great skin, so I want the guy I eventually marry to have great skin too. So yeah, good skin. 24-year-old Megan says, when I first go to a new guy's apartment, I always make sure that he has books. 30-year-old Kim says, volume. I prefer a guy that can have a conversation using an indoor voice and doesn't scream like he's at a Metallica concert at all times. 24-year-old Kelly says, shoes. Always. You can tell exactly what a guy wants in life by his shoes. 24-year-old Kyla says, how mindful he is about what he chooses to eat and drink. I can't deal with a guy who is only picking at his entree because he's insecure about looking a certain way. 24-year-old Yana says, how aggressive he is about the first kiss. If he all but sticks his tongue down my throat on the first try, I'm immediately hesitant to want to do anything else with him. 25-year-old Iris says, probably not right away, but am always interested in his car, what he's listening to, what it looks like, all that. 24-year-old Hannah says, I devote a lot of my time to working out. There are guys at my gym who I'm pretty sure are only there to talk to girls our age. I love how they weed themselves out. The quiet guy who minds his business is always gonna win out for me. 26-year-old Jen says, the sweetness factor, and I think this applies for most women. If he's a genuinely nice person, it will read across his demeanor. It's really in the basic manners and whatnot. You can't fake that. 24-year-old Lauren says, I'm on the subway a lot. Based on what he's reading, music he's listening to, I fall in love. I fall in love about 5 times a day. Once in the morning, 4 times in the afternoon. Guys seem to be worn out on the way back. Such a turn on. 24-year-old Tara says, I'm on Tinder a lot. The first thing I notice is that if he has pictures with his friends, what he's doing with his friends. I don't know why I'm so invested in that. I guess it's just a glimpse into what he's like. 23-year-old Ashley says, I'm an outdoors person, so if he's pale, I know he's not going to want to do all the activities I enjoy. He doesn't have to look like a leather belt, but I can't date someone that has the Cullen skin tone.